Hey class, this is a review for some miscellaneous transactions that are on your final. First one is petty cash. Petty cash is established with a check being cut, cashed, put into a lockbox, and that's your petty cash account. Your petty cash account would go up by $1,000. It's an asset. It's a lockbox that you would keep in your office or your store for miscellaneous small transactions. And your cash account would go down, which is an asset. So it's just a transfer of value from one asset to another. Now, notice when you replenish your petty cash, in this case, just a few days later, you're replenishing your petty cash for $829. Notice that the petty cash account is not being impacted. Again, you cut a check to physically make your petty cash account go back up to $1,000 because it was down $829. Although in the general ledger, your petty cash account will never change out of $1,000. Only physically it goes up and down. Now, when you cut that check for $829 and you cash it and you put it in the lockbox, physically now you have $1,000 in your petty cash account, and you just simply expense and debit the reasons why you had to replenish the petty cash. In this case, there were 3 reasons you had to replenish petty cash: some miscellaneous and advertising expenses, and then some additional supplies you bought. Okay, so that is how you replenish petty cash. The big takeaway here is the petty cash account is only impacted when you establish petty cash. Okay, this is for a return check from the bank. Let's say the bank sent you notice that the $100 check from Mr. Cheapo bounced and there was insufficient funds. And then your bank charged you a $10 insufficient fund fee. So you now do not have $110 you thought you had. So you need to make your cash account go down with a credit because it's an asset. They go down with credits. You need to make it go down $110. At the same time, you need to make an accounts receivable for Mr. Cheapo and debit that accounts receivable to make it go up, to document that he owes you $110 still. The sales is not impacted. It still counts as a sale because you're assuming you're going to be able to get the money back from Mr. Cheapo. And that's that. And once you get the money back, your cash will go back up and your accounts receivable will go down. Last one is for a bank service charge. When you get your bank statement for reconciling your bank statement and your checking account, usually you'll have a service charge. This automatically gets deducted from your account, so you need to update your ledger and your journal with that bank service charge. That will come right out of the checking account, right out of your cash account. You need to expense that $5, and in this case, miscellaneous expense, you'd make that go up with a debit. Okay, that's the video for these miscellaneous transactions. Thank you much.